Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Koopa Troopa back with another Clash of Clans video, and today we're going to take a look at what I believe is the most overpowered strategy in Clash of Clans, Queen Charge Miners. Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about why Queen Charge Miners is so great in the meta of Clash of Clans right now. In the past, when Town Hall 12 was the max level, the meta was very focused on using a Queen Charge or Kill Squad in order to take down certain key defenses, which shifted depending on the base, but ultimately came down to four main defenses: the Eagle Artillery, Town Hall, Enemy Queen, and Enemy Clan Castle. If a base was designed in such a way where an attacker could take out 2, 3, or even all 4 of these key defenses, then it would essentially free up the attacker to attack the base in whatever way they want and nearly guarantee 3 stars. With the addition of the Royal Champ and Scatter Shots, however, and no addition in the Army Camp space on offense, aside from an attacker's own Royal Champ and Clan Castle, there are not too many things that you need to focus on in order to perform a successful Queen Charge or Kill Squad and get the same proportion of value as you could at Town Hall 12. And so the meta has shifted from a primary focus on value to a primary focus on pathing. And as of right now, there's no army that takes advantage of pathing better than Queen Charge Miners. With the introduction of Town Hall 13, Miners received a new level, and the Grand Warden received an additional 10 levels, which grants him an 8-second long invincibility. Because Miners target anything rather than purely defenses like Hog Riders or Balloons, it doesn't matter if the attacker does not take down any of the 4 core defenses from Town Hall 12 that we mentioned earlier. Aside from the Clan Castle, which may be packed with Ice Golems, which could really screw up an attack, so if possible, you always want to make sure to lure and kill the enemy Clan Castle troops, unless you know for sure that there's like a Lava Hound in it or something, or it's empty even. Miners can not only kill the defending Queen, but also the defending Royal Champ and Barbarian King in mere seconds, even when not under the effects of a rage spell. Another great thing is that thanks to the Miners' ability to burrow underground, they oftentimes can avoid shots from the Eagle Artillery, giant bombs, spring traps, and even the Giga Bomb explosion from the Town Hall. Since Miners can target anything, however, they may end up leaving the core of the base, so because of these reasons, all Miners need is a straight line into the base rather than value. The Queen with the extra support of the healers and a few rage spells on one side of the base, and the King with the support of the new siege machine, the Siege Barracks, can ultimately make a pretty great funnel to guarantee that your Miners will stay in the middle of the base with the Grand Warden, Royal Champion, and heal spells supporting them. With this strategy, most Town Hall 13 bases won't stand a chance. One thing worth mentioning is that the biggest counter to Miners would be the Skeleton Trap set on ground, which becomes especially lethal around the Town Hall. And so if you are trying to defend against this strategy, that would be one tip I would give you. And if you are attacking and encounter ground skeletons, don't panic, just stay calm, look around, and see what defenses are still attacking your Miners, and see that if you need to use your Grand Warden ability or your heal spells, because the skeletons themselves don't do too much damage, they just really slow you down, so you don't want to waste extra resources in an area that you don't need them. With all that being said, let's get into some attacks. Okay, so for starters, I want to show the army that I like to use with this strategy, and you can see I have 1 archer, 4 goblins, obviously for cleanup, as well as these minions I have over here for cleanup, 7 wall breakers, and if you're doing it in Clan War League, you can really decide if you need those wall breakers or not, or if you need more or less. So those are kind of interchangeable, but just as a basis, I like to go with 7. 2 balloons, 1 wizard, 5 healers, 1 P.E.K.K.A., 1 baby dragon, and 23 miners. So the P.E.K.K.A. is also for funneling, because I like to save my king to funnel for the miners, which you can use the king either to funnel the miners or the siege barracks. Yeah, so I like to use the P.E.K.K.A. to funnel the queen, so I could use the king to funnel the miners. And the wizard and the baby dragon are to help funnel also. Balloons are to check for seeking air mines. And yeah, I think that takes care of that. Also 2 rage spells, 2 heal, 2 freeze, and a poison. Poison for Clan Castle troops, freeze for single targets or whatever you need it for. Maybe defending queen. Rage spells to keep your queen alive. Maybe you might end up with an extra rage spell you could use on your miners. And then in the Clan Castle, I like to use 9 Hog Riders, rage spell, and the new siege barracks. So let's check out some attacks. Okay, so I know I showed a replay earlier, and I didn't really, jump into it or anything. So now I want to dive into this replay here. We're going to talk about it, and then I want to do a couple of live attacks. We're going to talk about those also. So starting off, you can see here that if I drop a wizard on this drill, it is going to be out of range of this arch tower and this cannon. So it's pretty much safe to just drop a wizard onto this Dark Drill, it's better than dropping the Baby Dragon because I get to use only 4 camp space rather than 10 and get the same job done. I could drop an Archer, even less camp space, but it would just take too long to take down the Drill. So I drop a Wizard, take that out so that I can drop my Queen on this gold mine, right? And she won't end up walking all the way this way towards 9 o'clock. So take out that Drill, then I could drop my Queen. And she's going to step up and try and take out these buildings. And we're going to try and take out the Town Hall. So with this strategy, obviously a balloon check for Sam. With this strategy, if you could take out the Town Hall with your Queen Walk, it is going to prove like super beneficial, because then you are free to use the Warden ability at any time. You don't need to use it to live through the Giga Bomb. You could, even though miners can live under a Giga Bomb, they could burrow under it. And here you can see I fucked up my rage. Excuse me. I messed up my wall break, so I had to use a rage spell over here to make sure I get this wall break in here. And I used the rage because even if there was a bomb there, then the wall breakers would have been quicker and they could have got through the wall. And then I also dropped a free spell a little bit late on this Town Hall because I thought I had dropped it, but I guess I had missed it or something. But anyways, what I was trying to say is the miners could burrow under the Town Hall Giga Bomb, but if there's ground skeletons there and they're hitting that, they're going to end up just blowing up and taking a lot of damage, and you don't want that. So if you could take out the Town Hall with your Queen Walk, then you could use your Warden ability on your miners anywhere. You could live through Scatter Shot, you could live through Eagle Shots, you could live through Queens, Barbarian King, whatever, Clan Castle Troops. So you see here that I'm starting now with the funnel over here on the left. So I start off, I drop my king at the top to take care of the enemy king, because I know that just a P.E.K.K.A. alone won't take that out, and I don't really want to drop the siege barracks there for whatever reason. And my queen's also over here on the right. She took out the Town Hall. Now she hit a tornado trap, and she's going to take out the enemy Clan Castle troops. And she's getting hit by a single target, so I have to freeze that. I've already used both of my free spells, because one was to save my healers on the Town Hall, and now one is to use the used on the single target. And then I also have my queen ability, so it's kind of like a third free spell, so not a big deal. She already got, you know, a good funnel going, and she already did what she needed to do. So now I use my king to take out the defending king, because with ability it's obviously going to be no problem, even if they were both the same level. And then I drop the P.E.K.K.A. to help funnel a little bit more, and then I drop the siege barracks all the way on 9 o'clock to help funnel even more. So now you can see that right about here, I'm waiting for this builder hut to go down, because I know my queen's gonna take out this expo and then take out the hut. Now if I had dropped the miners earlier, it probably would have been fine, but I just wanted to make sure that this is down, and I'm letting these wizards take down a few more buildings. So you could see now, if I drop miners right here, right around here, they will go straight into the base right here. There's no buildings right here. Imagine that this builder hut is down. There's no buildings this way, and there's no buildings on the outside really, because these wizards are going to move up and take that out. So they're just going to be forced into the base. So here we go. Queen's going to take out the builder hut, and we drop the miners, and we drop the road champ, and we drop the warden a little bit late here. Again, just like the free spell, I don't know what was going on. I thought I had dropped it, but whatever. So now we're into the scatter shot. So I drop a heal spell, and now the eagle shots are raining down, and the hog riders coming out of the siege barracks, and we still have these P.E.K.K.A.s and wizards funneling for us. So I used the warden ability, and I used another heal over here on the left, because I had miners and hogs. They're taking some damage, and then I also used a rage right here in the middle, because I had an extra rage from my queen walk that I didn't need to end up using, because she got the value I needed, and then I just had an extra rage spell. So now you can see it's pretty much already like ripped. I still have the road champ ability. I still have a bunch of miners. Now I'm starting my cleanup. I saved one miner, you can see, right? I saved one miner, which is kind of important. You can decide whether or not you want to do that, but I saved one miner, and it proves really beneficial, because I could just drop it right here onto this clan castle. And I know I could have just dropped the goblin, but I had the extra miner anyway. So you can see I still have all of these miners, and all that's left is defending Grand Warden and this multi-target Inferno Tower. And I have a level 70 queen, full HP. I have all these miners. I still have a P.E.K.K.A. up. It's almost dead, but it's up nonetheless. And these miners are just going to move in and end up 3-starring this base. Pretty decent Town Hall 13, I guess. I think the one in the first free play was way higher level, but nonetheless, you know, the same rules apply even if this was max base. I don't even have max heroes, so it kind of evens out. But that is the first 3-star. I hope that breakdown kind of helped you guys. And now let's check out some bases that we want to do some live attacks on. Okay, so this is the first base that we're going to look at. And as you can see here, I know the walls are kind of funny looking, but you know, the defenses are still pretty well upgraded. So and also I'm on my mini, so I have a little bit weaker here. So whatever. Okay, regardless of the level of the base, the same rules apply. And so again, we could see that we have a kind of anti 3-star layout here, and the Town Hall is a little bit closer to the outside. And so when it's like that, right, when it's not in the middle or anti 2-star, what I like to do personally is I like to take out the Town Hall with my Queen Walk, so that I can free up the Warden ability to use it, you know, wherever, get through some eagle shots, whatever. Okay, so that's the plan. We're gonna, you know, drop the Queen somewhere around here at the top. We're gonna try and get a nice wall break. We could see, we could wall break right there. Queen would be tanking both of these expos. Maybe if we're lucky, or we could just drop a bunch of them and rage. And then, we obviously have to funnel her. So we'll, maybe drop a P.E.K.K.A here or something, a P.E.K.K.A here and like a wizard. And then maybe like, I don't know, like a baby dragon on this dark drill. And that would just, if we drop the queen up here at the top, that would just let her straight, go in straight there. And then afterwards, we want to set a funnel for the miners. So, again, we're gonna want to drop, maybe the Barbarian King here or something, and then we could drop the Siege Barracks here, and then that would let us have, if we wall break here and we drop the Barb King here, we could get like a pretty straight line. So actually, better yet, if we drop the Barb King here, then it would go left, and then we could wall break in here. Only that cannon would be able to take out the wall breakers or any bombs, because the Barbarian King would be tanking these two defenses. So, just 2 wall breakers then would take this out. If they were higher level walls, obviously I would just bring more wall breakers. But same rules apply, okay? Just understand that. So, drop Barb King here, he'll walk this way, and then we could break in here, he'll take out all this, and we could drop the Siege Barracks over here, clear out all this stuff, and then there won't be any defenses here, and the Queen will have taken out this, so we could just drop the miners like straight into here, pretty much, with the Royal Champ and the Warden. And then they should just, take out the entirety of this base. So I think that's going to be the plan. Let's go ahead and actually try it out. Okay, everybody, so here we go. We finished looking over the base. I think that, that is the plan. That's a pretty good plan, I think. We have the standard comp here. 2 archers. Well, I think before it was 1 archer, 4 goblins, but whatever. 2 archers, 3 goblins, 7 wall breakers, whatever, the good stuff. And then 2 heal spells, whatever, 2 rage, 2 freeze, poison. And so, yeah, I think that's the idea. Let's get in here. I only have a level 3 siege barracks, no problem. And, all right, the time is now. Goodbye. Desperados from Red Dragons. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. Time to go night-night. So, here we go. We'll drop Baby Dragon. Okay, so we found a little bit of a Tesla. No problem. Drop the Queen. Baby Dragon still took that out, so we're chilling. Okay. So now the Queen should go over there to the left. Drop some healers, drop some of this, drop a test wall breaker. Okay, drop a bunch of wall breakers. Queen's actually tanking that expo, so we were okay there. And then okay, so we want to drop P.E.K.K.A, wizard, and yeah, so the Queen should be getting into this town hall, no problem. Right after this expo goes down. Well, okay. Come on, Queen. Okay. All right, so here, here we go. We're fucking this up a little bit, but that's okay. So let's see if we could break right here. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to have to freeze that. And then we're just going to have to use the Queen ability. So it is what it is. You could see, raids don't always go perfectly according to plan. I wasn't expecting that Tesla. And then, just among other things, wasn't the best approach. So let's see if the Queen could take out this Inferno. Nice. Now she could heal up a little bit. We could wall break, maybe? All right, nice. We actually got that wall break off. So now the Queen is pretty much dead. So we're going to come in with the miners right through here. And we're going to save 1. We're going to drop the Royal Champ. And there we go. So Queen is actually still alive, but just barely. We now have a rage for the miners, and we have 2 heal spells, obviously. And so here we go. Here come the first round of eagle shots. They're actually targeting the P.E.K.K.A, so I don't need to use the warn ability just yet. And everything is kind of spaced out here, so I don't want to use the rage because we're just going to kind of run through everything. And, that wouldn't be an ideal use of this rage. So here we go. That was a pretty spot-on warden ability. We got both groups of miners over here. We're going to drop a rage here. We're going to drop a heal at the bottom. And let's see. Okay, we're going to drop a heal here too. Nice. Okay, so the Royal Champ or something managed to take out that scatter shot. And now we have a, here we go. We're going to wait for this arch tower to tank. And then we could drop this balloon on that. Short arch tower, baby dick arch tower, no big deal. Now there's a single target taking out the P.E.K.K.A. Oh, okay, I guess it wasn't targeting the P.E.K.K.A. I thought it was. Here we go. Drop a goblin on that. Now all the miners are on the outside. Again, the Queen charge didn't go perfectly according to plan. So stuff like that, you just have to adjust. Now you see right there, no matter what level your Royal Champ is, if it starts getting targeted by a single target, you have to use that ability early, which I didn't do right there, obviously. And had I done that, it actually would have got the ability off. But the single target does so much damage that the Royal Champ will just die before actually getting to throw the shield. So I wasn't paying attention there. You know, you definitely want to be paying attention when you're doing this. But either way, as you can see, the last 3 buildings out, only 10 seconds left. Queen charge didn't go perfect, but we were able to adapt. And there we go. That's going to be 3 stars 100% with the Queen charge miners. And you know, let's hop into the replay of this and see what went wrong, what could have gone better, and why this actually worked. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at this replay. I guess we're going to drop troops any second now. Come on. All right, there we go. So the baby dragon came down. Oh, let me turn that off. My fault. The baby dragon pulls a Tesla, which excuse me, I wasn't expecting. But not a big deal. It got the value that it needed, which was just this. And in all honesty, I probably didn't even need to get that value. But basically, I drop a wall breaker to test. Ends up getting hit by this expo, and then I drop a bunch of wall breakers because I wanted them to just get through and power through this expo. And what actually ended up happening was the balloon I dropped to check for SAMs ended up tanking this expo, and we actually got the wall break there. And I also dropped 3, right? So mind you, had these been level 14 walls, 3 wall breakers would have made the same exact wall break. So not, you know, it doesn't matter if they're level 7 or what. Now here we go. The first mistake of the raid within the first 30 seconds. I mean, so what happened was I ended up dropping the P.E.K.K.A. on this barracks instead of the wizard on this barracks, and I ended up dropping the wizard on the elixir storage instead of the P.E.K.K.A. on the elixir storage. So I wanted to do it reverse, but I guess my brain got confused or something, and I ended up dropping the P.E.K.K.A. over here. And what happened then was the queen ends up taking out this expo before this elixir storage goes down, and that pulls the queen all the, you know, towards the left. And even just like one tile then screws her up, because then the Grand Warden is the closest thing. When imagine this had been down, the queen would have taken out this expo and then moved in for this expo and then taken out the town hall and the Grand Warden this expo. And then even the queen, obviously, because when she shoots this expo, she would have to stand like close to that wall. But basically, right, what happens is you're gonna see right here, the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizard don't take out the elixir storage in time, and then the queen starts walking down. So screws us up right there. So I have to use a rage here. I honestly probably didn't have to use a rage here, but I kind of panicked seeing my queen's health go down. So anyways, now we're on rage, and I freeze that single target as soon as it starts to charge up. Wall break in through here. If it was higher level walls, I would have had to, you know, just sack a rage here. And then here I have to make a split-second decision. Do I want to, you know, invest an entire free spell plus queen ability to take out this town hall here? What do I do? Because the town hall is hitting my healers. My queen might die if I just use the ability, right? Because then the clan castle troops are going to come out. She might get stalled up. Maybe there's a ground skeleton I didn't see yet. And, you know, maybe then the queen just gets taken out, and I wasted the freeze because the healers are going to be useless anyway if the queen goes down. But I decide to freeze this to save my queen's healers, and then I use the abilities to take out the town hall quickly, and then my queen moves up to start hitting the Inferno Tower. I thought she would honestly take it down, but she ends up just switching to the queen. Then I have to drop a rage spell, which is perfect because I dropped a poison, which slowed down the E-Drag so that my queen didn't retarget onto the E-Drag until after she took out the Inferno Tower. So this went pretty good according to plan. I didn't get the wall break off soon enough, so my king didn't end up going in here, but these P.E.K.K.A.s and the wizards from the siege barracks end up doing it. And you're going to see I'm going to use king ability here, and the king is going to run all the way down here. And now, look, you could just imagine, now this wasn't perfectly according to plan, but we had to adjust on the fly, and you could see that now that all these buildings are taken down, the miners have no choice but to go straight in through here because they're not going to be pulled by anything here because there's nothing there anymore, right? And eventually, you know, you see that they get pulled out, you know, on this side, but for now, right, for the bulk of the raid, they are going to be on the inside. So here we go. We drop the miners with the road champ and the warden, and the queen is actually still alive, surprisingly, and tanking a scatter shot, which is really good for us, so we don't have to waste, you know, like a heal spell or anything like that on the miners just yet. And even better for us, the P.E.K.K.A. tanks those eagle shots so that the miners, you know, again, I don't have to use the warden ability just yet. So here we go. The miners are chilling, and then that was like a pretty perfect warden ability if you ask me. We get through eagle shots, we get through scatter shot, we get through double giant bomb, we get through a lot, and then we drop a rage here to get through this here scatter shot and a heal, and we also drop a heal at the bottom. I probably didn't need this rage, but you know, it made me feel better. So you know that's all it is. And then here we go. The miners are, half of them are getting pulled out to the outside, so no big deal. I waited for this arch tower to be tanked by something, and then I could drop the balloon over here, and it actually ended up taking out the Tesla and this, I don't know, what was it, a barracks or something, and we still have a bunch of miners, you know, like 10 miners right there at the bottom with all those wizards and the Grand Warden. So right here, if I hit Warden ability, I mean, excuse me, not Warden ability, if I hit Royal Champ ability right here, it would have, you know, hit all 4 of these defenses, and it wouldn't have killed them, but I could have at least got the damage off. But what ends up happening is the single target locks on, and it actually just does too much damage before the royal champ can even get the ability off. But at this point, I was already pretty confident in the 3-star, having all these miners left, so I didn't even think to do it. And then I have one extra miner that I just drop in through here to target that single target. And you can see all these. This group of miners just meets up with that one anyway, and takes out the rest of this base. So it wasn't perfect. It was actually honestly a little bit sloppy, but we still ended up getting the job done here on Desperados. We got the 3-star 100%, and that's all there is to it, guys. All right, so I tried to do a live recording of another Clan War League attack, and I'll save the excuses, but basically what happened was there was just a lot of background noise, so I didn't want to put that in the video. But here we go. I'm gonna actually just attack a friendly challenge on my other account, right? So I'm on Herpy and I'm gonna attack spawn, and this is actually a base that Itsu made and released on YouTube. So we're gonna show out a 3-star, and we're gonna show why Queen Charge Miners is so strong. And this is actually my first try, so believe it. You could believe me, you could not believe me, but this is what we're going to do. We have the Town Hall pretty much on the outside. Only level 3 Town Hall. I know this isn't the highest level base, but still, we're pretty solid Town Hall 13. But so we want to try and like funnel something here so we could get right into here, and we want to wall break right around this bomb tower, or wherever the wall breakers will target. We want to get in here to get this Town Hall, get the clan castle maybe, get the king, get the warden, get the queen, all that good stuff. So we want to drop like like a baby dragon somewhere here. And then you could see that there's nothing here that can take out a wizard. So we could drop a wizard on this dark barracks, and then we could just, if we wall break in time, queen should just go straight in for the Town Hall rather than, circling for this or whatever. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. Now, here, I changed my mind. Here, we'll drop the king here. He'll walk down this way, and we could drop the siege barracks somewhere here at the top. And then the miners could just come straight in through here. And yeah, so I think that's going to do it. We're actually just going to give it a shot right here. Forget about it. And here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's time. I still got that hero potion popped from... I guess you guys didn't see it because the, attack, whatever. It just had a lot of noise in it. So didn't want to put that in. But here we go. Going to drop a baby dragon and a wizard. And there we go. So far, so good. Baby dragon taking out all that stuff. Good stuff. Drop my queen. And we'll start dropping a wall breaker. See where it's going to go. Nice. So, granted, I knew there was a bomb there, right? But I was just checking regardless. So now my queen's going to go there. We end up breaking that wall. Perfect. Drop these healers. Nice. We're going to take out the Town Hall. Queen versus any level, Giga, Tesla, Giga, Inferno, doesn't matter. With 5 healers, doesn't need a rage at all. 300 damage per second sounds like a lot, but the healers actually, I guess, heal 300 damage per second. I don't know, but yeah. So I'm actually gonna drop this P.E.K.K.A here just in case. Now I know the queen probably wasn't gonna go for it, but just in case, I want to take that down. So here we go. I'll drop a rage. Okay, and then I guess we'll start with the king. So we'll drop him there. Should go to the left. And then I could drop the siege barracks at the top. Queen is chilling. She's taking out some skeletons. She actually ended up breaking a wall. We could freeze this. Freeze the queen. No big deal. And there we go. We'll use the king ability. Have him run down. And I ended up putting an ice golem and a lava hound into this clan castle. So here we go. I have to drop a rage. And in a second, come on. We'll drop a minion to help take out these pups. Queen is chilling somehow, through that air sweeper or whatever. Now we have to drop all these. Because we don't want a time fill. So here we go. We got the royal champ in there. We got the warden. We got the miners down. King is still up. Queen is still up. We're gonna drop another rage here for the queen, because I want her to keep getting value. And then here we go. She actually ends up popping her ability. We use the warden ability here. 8 seconds. It's gonna get us through some eagle shots and all of these defenses for now. Queen is still up. Now she's full HP. I'm gonna drop a freeze here. Okay. And these miners are taking some damage, right? But nonetheless, they're chilling, in my opinion. Now they're all going. They're going this way, to the left. You guys can't really see my hands right now, but they are going to just meet up again right here. So now I can drop a heal spell right there and heal up these hog riders and these miners. Still have the royal champ up, and the king and the queen actually. So here we go. We have this Tesla farm at the bottom. And now, granted, I know where some of the stuff is. But, it doesn't really make a difference. You can see I still took precautions. I still dropped a balloon to test. I still dropped a wall breaker to test, whatever. Now we have an extra heal spell. I didn't need to use that heal spell in all honesty. Just dropped it for the hell of it. But you can see how strong this army is, even against, this base that Itsu made. And, I mean, he is a master base builder, at least in my opinion. So easy, really easy to take that down. Just have to funnel the miners. You take out the town hall with the queen, funnel the miners with your king, funnel with the siege barracks, drop the miners straight in through the middle. Really easy 3-star, literally first try, literally. So that's how you do it. Okay, so that is going to do it for today's video, everyone. I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you learned anything, or if you like this kind of content, you like these breakdowns, or 5%, or if you guys want to see a different strategy of me talking, about why it's so great and how to use it and stuff like that. If you want to see a different strategy, let me know what strategy that is in the comment section below. And yeah, make sure to leave a like and a comment about anything. What color shirt are you wearing? I don't care. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. New Clash of Clans content every single Monday and Friday, 12 p.m. EST. I also stream on the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. One of those days or two of those days, every single week, I am going to be live streaming, sometimes even during the week. So make sure you keep those notifications on so you can see when I am live. And I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace. Hope you learned something.